Alright folks, so I start off this video, you don't see anybody in here, and you know, I like working in the outdoor area at EOS Gym here in Melbourne, Florida. The floors are wet because basically it's just a cage bar separating the outdoors from the outdoor rec area out here. I like it. During the summertime it gets really hot, so I'm able to break some good sweat in these threads, and I'm just whipping these ropes, and along come these high school kids, and I mean, I'm not kidding you, about 90% of the time they were talking, walking around the other side of the gym, or just in a gaggle. I mean, they got some dumbbell reps in, but no. I start off with 85s here, and I missed a set, so my camera fell over earlier. I ended up getting 5 total revolutions of dumbbell presses here, but my camera fell over, so I missed one of those for the video. So I'm cranking these, and right here I give the guy a verbal warning. That guy in that Sandman hoodie, I yelled at him and said, I'm getting ready to throw these dumbbells, so get out of range. So that's, you saw them kind of respond there. And then, you know, that looks like Jake Paul's malnourished brother standing there with the yellow hair behind me. He's oblivious. And I'm whipping these ropes. They're looking at, they're all three in unison looking at their cell phones. Here I am whipping the ropes. I'm getting down like it's boogie time, you know. 52-year-old outdoing freaking, you know, 16-year-olds. Anyways, I come over here, I'm turning that camera around. Now this brother over here, he kept me on pace. I thanked him afterwards, because it's good to be around somebody in the gym that's actually, that guy was preparing for a Muay Thai fight. Now there he's just working on his jabs and stuff, but you know, but he actually is a Muay Thai fighter. He's just, you know, messing around with that big bag there. But here I am, so what am I doing? I'm pummeling, right? Everybody's going, what is he doing? That looks silly. So pummeling is one of the most fundamental skills for wrestling, grappling. You need to know it if you're in jiu-jitsu. You need to know it in your MMA. When you see the fighters and they're in that clinch and you're wondering, you know, they're getting that tie up in their next exchange. If you don't have good pummeling skills, these guys, especially wrestlers or people like Kamzat, are going to absolutely ragdoll you. So that part where you saw where it's cut back over to the ropes, that's where one of the times the camera fell over and I had to cut out the video, because it was me doing dumbbell press, but my camera was flipped down on its face. The wind blew it over, because wind was coming in really hard today from outside the cage, because like I said, it's a big caged in area there. So here I am, I'm whipping the ropes. I go back over here. Like I said, it missed a set of dumbbells that I did. I did 3 sets with the 85-pound dumbbells for 10 to 12 reps or so, sometimes 13 or so. I think some of them I got 13 reps. But I ended up finishing with 65s. And, you know, because when you're doing a marathon like this, you're going to get tired. I don't care who you are, you're going to get tired. Here I am, I'm pummeling. I'm just keeping at a pace. So if people want to get curious, look up pummeling, like wrestling pummeling, on like PUMMELING. Look up pummeling, and you'll see where wrestlers are pummeling, especially stuff like freestyle and Greco. You'll see it happening. It's a training exercise. It's like it's really hard for me to find a good training partner who knows how to pummel. We had a guy come in at Melbourne High School that took 5th at Senior Worlds, Coach Severn. He's a fellow security forces personnel in the Air Force with me. We had served at the same base, but he was on our coaching staff at Melbourne this past year. Anytime I got a chance to do pummeling with him, I did, because it's just so hard. So many people are rigid when you're doing it, but you want to flow. So I'm back here doing the dumbbells again, and you'll see I'm pausing and I'm coming down slow. Those are negatives I'm doing. So I'm actually, you know, doing that resistance, you know. I stuck it out for that last rep. I got the resistance. Now I'm back at the ropes again. Here I am, I'm banging. I'm swinging and banging here, getting it. You know, I go wide, so I'm working the outer part of my shoulders. I work inward with the ropes to get the inside of my shoulder. Do that to kind of trick it out. And, you know, kind of get those fast twitch fibers going in them shoulders and all. I want to work all the shoulders there and traps and stuff when I'm working that rope. So you want to work inside and outside with them. So that's what I'm doing there. When I'm doing where I'm taking it, I'm shuffling one foot back with the rope. It's kind of simulating a snap down in wrestling. We do snap down go behinds, which I love doing. No, most people give them to me. Here I go again. My brother's over there. He ain't stopped. That guy was a warrior, man. He was going after I stopped. Only time he stopped when I thanked him for helping keep me on pace. Because, like I said, it's good. It's hard to put a finger on, but it's just it's good to be with kindred spirit in the gym, and you know, people who are there banging. Because those three clowns over there at that bench, I mean, it was like, it was trying to work out. It was trying to, every time I went over to do dumbbell press, I was doing dumbbell presses next to it like 3 human cartoons. I mean, you know, you really can't, the camera's not picking up on them, but they were just talking all goofy, that kind of thing. Just, I don't know. When I go to the gym, I'm serious, you know. Even when I was 16, 17, even when I was 14, 15 years old in the gym, I was serious. I wasn't there to goof around. You know, I'm there. You'll see me. I got my headphones on. You can't see them because I got my hoodie top and my Air Force ball cap on, but it's on purpose. I got my noise canceling headphones in. I'm there. I'm dialed in. I'm there. I'm in it for the duration, you know. So I ended up for this one. Like I said, the camera fell over actually a couple of times. And I missed, and it seemed like it kept happening. Like one time halfway through the dumbbell set, working out. And another one, the camera flipped over for the whole time I was doing dumbbell presses. But I think I've got I think it caught me 3 or 4 sets here doing the dumbbells, at least 3. Here I'm going, that's negatives I'm doing. So when you get on that last rep and you've got that last final rep and you know you're not getting another one, you do a negative coming down. That'll help you build that resistance. Here I am trying to get myself shuffled a little bit there. Oh my God, one of them kids is actually over there working out. That's a miracle. It's a miracle, folks. He's not even bringing it. He needs to touch them. He needs to bring them all the way in. He's not pinching them all the way in. See, he's not even doing those right. He needs to go deeper with them too. He needs to go all the way down the shoulder. He's not. And he's not too, there's things to be touching in the center so he can work that inner pec. He's not doing that. Here I'm again. See where I'm doing that, where I'm shuffling my foot back. I'm kind of simulating that snap down. Snap down, go behind, kind of doing that with that. I do that also on the SKIERG when I'm working elliptical machines. Here I am now getting ready to pose for you guys, flex down. And the salute coming.